So, folks, every day. All right. Today, I'm gonna review The Shack. The Shack by William P. Young. I read that backwards. First of all, this is not about how. This has nothing to do with Shaquille O'Neal. Don't waste your money. They don't talk about his childhood or how come he didn't get along with Kobe. None of that. Different Shaq. First thing I have to say about The Shack is that it is like really well written. Like it's right away I was like, wow, this is good. Like these words are just flowing together and they're smooth and there's no bumps, there's no hiccups. They just go together. And one thing I really appreciate is the author, William P. Young, doesn't go into overly descriptive narration of stuff. I know people are like, don't tell me, show me with your words, but don't show me shit. Just tell me the story. I want to hear it. So I appreciate that in this author's writing. His writing is not overly descriptive, I guess. But that being said, I had a hard time finishing it. I pushed through because of how many people have said it was good and blah blah blah, but I have to tell you, I kind of read it before, I think, you know? If you've ever read Conversations with... I'm messing with my calluses. If you ever read Conversations with God, this is along the lines of that type of book where a man is frustrated with mad at God and then God comes to him and did I spoil it? Did I spoil? I don't think I spoiled. Yeah, I'm gonna have to put a spoiler alert on the title. No, I think it's okay. No, I think I'm all right. I mean, the title of the book is Where Tragedy Meets Eternity, or the subtitle, right? The Shack. And within the introduction of the book talks about how you don't know whether the story is true or not, and he's a changed man ever since that experience. I think we all kind of knew, right? Anyways, spoiler alert for Conversation with God 2, I guess. That's fucking hopeless. So, I kind of didn't. I liked it. I'll admit that I liked it, but it was a little tough for me to get through. It took a lot longer for a book of that size. It took a lot longer for me to get through than if it was, a page-turning novel. But if you've read Conversation with God, this is like, it's not quite the same. But you're gonna know. You can know what's coming. You know what's coming. But if you're new to these types of books, if you're new to like spiritual type, I don't know, not religious. Although I think this is kind of religious. He makes it clear in the book that he's not, religion aren't God's creation, yada, 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 all the stuff that people who don't like to believe in religions like to hear, but it's heavily based, I think, on Christianity. Even though he clearly says, the author clearly states some stuff that makes it like he's not. Am I making any sense? The author makes it sound like he's very pro other religions. He does. But let's. I'm just gonna spoil it. God in the book says he's very. The religions don't matter. But I think the author leaned very heavily towards Christianity in the book, and it's. Anything like that to me is annoying when you're gonna evangelize Christianity. It bugs the shit out of me. I don't want to hear it. Or evangelize any religion. But especially when you evangelize Christianity, it's completely fucking annoying. And I can't think that this wasn't what the author was subconsciously doing, or again, like I said, he talks about how we're all God's children, Muslims and Buddhists, etc., etc. And he makes a funny comment of how Jesus says I'm not Christian, which is funny. So I don't know if that's just me because of my what's the word? My tendency to push away evangelical Christians who are preaching to me, right? Nobody likes to get told what to do. Nobody likes to be preached to. It's annoying as fuck. So maybe that's just me. Maybe that's why I think, I don't know, this is a little bit too Jesus-y for me. But who knows? I like books like these. The issue is that I feel like there was a Christian agenda to it, and I also feel like I've heard it before. Right? The storyline is really cool. The story's a little original, but the message is the same, right? And if you've read any of these books, this will just be like another way to get that message to you. And there's nothing wrong with reading stuff over and over again. But in my case, I'm trying to read good novels, good fiction, trying to learn from these novels. I didn't really get a lot out of this book. That being said, I didn't see who's making the movie, but I got to think that it would be beautifully done, that it could be beautifully done. Like there could seriously, like Life of Pi type shit, like it could be beautiful. I will have to say that in the movie, Octavia Spencer plays God. First of all, Alanis Morissette should play God, always. Alright? But since the author described a woman, God, as a big, large black woman with a little bit of attitude, of course, the first thing came to mind was Octavia Spencer. because who else are they going to put in that role? But what really came to mind is Cleo King. And if I had to look up who she was, but Cleo King was the cop, the female black cop in The Hangover. And she was in a couple other movies, but I just recently saw The Hangover, and I thought she would be perfect. But of course, they picked a more popular Oscar award-winning actress to play the role, and I think she'll do a great job. Also, Graham Greene will play the male version of God. And it was weird because I try to put actors in these roles when I read them. I put Sam Elliott, right? Because I pictured this. That's all I could think of. I pictured this older, outdoorsy, rugged person, and Graham Greene actually fits that. Just a Native American version of it. But yeah, definitely. And now that I think about it, there's things where the male version of God doesn't say much. He just makes gestures and he looks, and I can totally see Graham Greene doing that. So I think that was a good choice. But I gotta say, I'm a little disappointed with who they picked to play Jesus. They picked some Middle Eastern looking guy, and I don't know if I agree with that. I mean, Jim Caviezel did a good job, white, blue-eyed Jesus. I don't know about this Middle Eastern guy trying to play Jesus. I don't know if it's believable or not. Let's get realistic. Jesus was a beautiful, light-skinned, blue-eyed, blonde hair, some people even think, Jew, believe it or not. Anyways, so that's my review of The Shack. I'll give it, I don't have a review system. I gave it 3 out of 5 tamales. I don't know. That's funny. I should review more stuff. I reviewed The Godfather. That was so good. That book was amazing. But we're not talking about The Godfather. We're talking about The Shack. And coming in theaters soon. Alright. We're at a good red light. I don't know if this review was worth the shit to you. But I will see you later.